This is a song about my three heroes. As little boys do. Hi, you're 9 years old, right? And I imagine by now you've somewhere or another seen some man you really admired enough to want to sort of call him a hero and sort of admired him. Have you? Uh-huh. When I was a little younger than you were, in fact I was about 6 years old, I discovered my first hero. I discovered him in an old comic book that I pulled out of the garbage that people had thrown away down in the hollow. And it had a picture of a man that could fly. He had a cape swinging out behind his back. He could fly and catch airplanes with a tail and hold them back in the air. Had a big S on his chest. You have any idea who it might have been? Superman. You ever heard of him? Yeah, he was my hero. And as a young lad boy, 6 years old, seeing that hey, it looked real to me. I said, that's what I want to be when I grow up as a Superman. So I started practicing my flying. I tried to. I pinned an old toe sack. Y'all know what a toe sack is? An old coarse bag that taters used to come in, a 100-pound bag of taters. And I pinned it around my neck, and when it scratched my neck so bad, I went to Mama and I said, Mama, you got a towel I could borrow? She said, you don't look wet. I said, I don't plan to weten it. I just want something that I could fly with. And she gave me one of her feed sack towels that we used back in those days. This is old way back in. And I pinned it and I kicked it out, and I said, now this will sure keep me airborne. So I went out on the porch and climbed up on the banisters. Leaped out into the wild blue yonder and BAM! I fell to the ground wide open. I picked myself up and I said, that didn't work. But after all, it's the first time I've tried. I bet Superman tried it several times before he got it to work. And so I'd run, leap and fall again. I was bruised from head to toe. I never could stay airborne. And I dare not try that these days. But a little later in life, about 8 years old now, we had a little old Philco humpback radio sitting over on the bureau. And we could turn the dial every evening at 5:30, and a man come riding a horse right into our kitchen. Hi-yo, Silver, hooray! You know who it was? You don't know the Lone Ranger? He was my hero. Anybody here ever heard the Lone Ranger?
Poncho too.
Huh?
Poncho too.
No, Tonto.
Oh,
Not Poncho. You heard the Mexican version.
You don't like Mexican.
He want to prove his knowledge of it, but Poncho. Okay, Poncho. Tonto, yeah. Kim was all yeah. All right. But anyway, I said, well, if I can't fly, I will ride a white horse, and I'll be the good guy. I'll leave a silver bullet where I do some good things, and they'll know I've been around. And I listened, and I tried to imitate and emulate him. I got an old broomstick. In fact, I had an old bald-headed, almost a bald-headed broom on the bottom of it. And all of that was childhood stuff. But there were two heroes that, to me, in my imagination, they were real. But guess what? It wasn't too long after that, I found a hero that is real. And I'll sing about all of them. When I was a little boy, I always wanted to fly. I remember several times I was fool enough to try. I'd run real fast across the ground and extend my arms and hands. I'd leap way up into the air to fly like Superman. Another childhood thing I did that may seem even stranger, I'd straddle some old worn-out broom, play like I was the Lone Ranger. I'd ride a while and then I'd leap like Superman again. But when I would ride or fly, it was always just pretend. Those were my great heroes, two extra special men. And I wanted to, but I always knew I could never be like them. But now I have a real hero. He's far more strong and true. Oh yeah, it's Jesus Christ, the living Lord. Here's what he's gonna do. He's gonna let me leave this world like Superman on that glorious day. And I'll go flying through the air when he calls his bride away. We will fly up through the sky to the marriage of the Lamb. And after that great wedding day, we're coming back again. Now when he comes the second time, it won't be like the first. For he'll return as King of Kings to rule and reign upon earth. When he first came as a baby, they laid him in a little manger. But what a sight on horses white. We're coming back like a Lone Ranger. Amen. Oh yeah, we're gonna leave this world like Superman, right up through the sky, as Jesus takes us to that marriage supper up on high. And as we go through outer space, for us there'll be no danger. We're gonna leave this world like Superman. Come up hither, children. We're coming back like Lone Ranger. Get that horse coming galloping through again. Amen. All right, that's enough of that. Maybe too much for some of you, but you got it anyhow.